Hi there, welcome to this unboxing. This is for High Frontier, the 3rd edition from Sierra Madre Games. It's a Phil Eklund game. This is a bit of a brain burner. I played it twice, had it taught to me by my friend Vaughan, and it says on here Sierra Madre Games, deep experience board games, and they really are deep experience board games. I think Phil Eklund was something to do, he's certainly a was he a NASA scientist? It's something to do with space. I think he was a NASA scientist, pretty sure on that. So it says on here complexity level high, but solitaire suitability is high also. I've only ever played it 2-player, on a couple of occasions, and that was the original 1st edition with expansions, and it was fantastic, but my brain was hurting afterwards. So let's have a look at this. This has been ridiculously overshot on time from Osprey Publishing. It's a 1.5 years overdue, but apparently it's fantastic production and it's worth it. But it is 1.5 years overdue on the Kickstarter, which is a bit bad, really, isn't it? Because time does matter. So, but the end result is apparently really good. So the box front is a big, heavy box, weighs an absolute flipping ton. It does. It's for 2 to 5 players, and everything High Frontier is in here. And I think already there will be some living rules for this on Phil Eklund's site, I would think, because he does for most of his games. Weighs a ton. Good thick quality box, and it needs to be because the components are very heavy. And it's a lovely box front, isn't it? Nice matte finish. The game board in this is one of the best game boards I've ever seen. Here's all the rule books. That's going to take some reading, aren't they? High Frontier Colonisation here. Oh, nice large print, that's good. I think Phil's of an age now where he would appreciate large print anyway. It's annoying when you get rule books with tiny little print in them. So that looks good. All these are available online. That's the Colonisation one. Then we've got Interstellar. I think these were expansions, weren't they? Then we've got the reference guide. Wow, look at all that. Okay, lots of text to read there. And then we've got the training guide here. Read this book first. And I think you'd be mad not to. So, there we go. Then we come in here. Now I remember this bit. On the game I played, this was on the back of a rules booklet. You actually put the book down. Look at the artwork on there, lovely. Put the book down, you played this, the events track and stuff. On the back of the rule book, and this is its own board now, so that's very nice. Player boards here, really nice thick quality. It's great artwork, isn't it? Should be 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look like they're really nicely done, great quality. Now we've got a giant board. We'll open that up in a minute. Another giant board. I think it goes next to each other, doesn't it? The board's a real feast for the eyes, so we'll see in a minute. The cards are fantastic as well. They have brilliant artwork on the cards. So we've got 2d6 reds, 2d6 blacks there. These water tokens look really nice. They were just like normal counters in the first one. These are quite a nice. I presume these are the water. No, or what are those? These have got to be the water counters. Really nice, like sky blue translucent counter. Plenty of them. Big bag of components here. So if they're water, what are these? I think these are the water counters, you know, and they're really nice. So I think we've got 2 lots of different types of water counters. They're a nice little thick one. I'm going to see them properly again, because they're quite nice, aren't they? That's definitely for the water. Player coloured counters here, in different player colours. We've got red counters here. Got these little rings. I can't remember what these were for. I did know. I can't remember what these were for. So I remember reading about these. And we've got yellow counters. and black counters. Some opaque black counters there. Another bag of stuff. Wooden pieces. We've got wooden cylinders there. Yellow, black, blue. Yeah. So we've got the wooden cylinders here in blue, yellow and black. And purple, green and red there, and orange. Player colours, cylinders. Cubes, 8mm cubes, and player colours. And tiny, tiny little wooden dome pieces. So like the small original Alien Frontiers, a space game, which is brilliant. They're like a smaller version of the colonies, the original wooden colonies in Alien Frontiers then. They're nice. White pieces here. And larger 10mm cubes there. And here we've got the upgraded rockets. Now incidentally the plastic rockets in the first edition of High Frontier were exactly the same as the ones in Alien Frontiers, but these are different. These have been specially made for the game, not just generic plastic rockets that you can get, and these look pretty cool, don't they? I do like these, so they're quite nice. We've got the decks of cards and then the game boards. Let's open up the game boards, let's have a look. I think these are gigantic. Whoa, bit of a beast. So, dual-sided. That's massive. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Right, let's have a look at this one. The butts up to it. Anybody for some deep space exploration? Wow. Let's move it over so it'll join up, won't it? Or is this just the one on its own? Is this the one that just play? Oh no, it moves, joins on, doesn't it? There we go. That's it. Now we've got a full game board. Wow. That's insane, isn't it? What a lovely game board that is, isn't it? Imagine that. And no wonder I've seen pictures on the Board Game Geek of the original one where, or a posterised map where the people have put them on the wall. But I've managed in probably several hours of playing this game, obviously not this copy but the first edition, I've managed to launch rockets and get them up here somewhere. Never managed to actually mine a planet. The achievement of actually getting a rocket into space is something else. So all we got left now is the what we do have is the reverse size of these. So take a look at that. That is gigantic. I'm going to measure that to let you know just how large a table you are going to need. That is, with the two boards, 4 foot long, 48 inches. By 36 inches, 3 foot wide, and just over actually. It's just over 4 foot and just over 3 foot. Huge. So let's have a look at the reverse side of this. I think this is just to play the smaller map now. Yeah. So there is the giant map, a smaller, more manageable size, which is going to be half what we just said. So yeah, you got 2 foot wide by 3 foot long, and that's what we just had. So what's on the reverse of this one? Let's have a look. Yeah, looks fantastic, doesn't it? I don't know much about this, to be honest. Is this some? I think this is in conjunction with this, some sort of expansion. Yes, it is, because it's got this charts on here and stuff. The only other thing now is the decks of cards. Right, let's have a look at these cards. I've just put the board in its full glory with a massive side. The one thing I'll say, was a couple of points really that I've been reading on the Board Game Geek. One was that the boards didn't match up too well. I'm not quite sure where that is, but if you see this one, it matches up perfectly. The black line's fine. All these lines, well, oh look, if that, no, that's it. Yeah, more or less, mine seems to line up okay, doesn't it? Look at the lines here, they all seem fine. But one thing I did notice, somebody said about the board delaminating near the folds. If you look up here, there's a little bit of evidence of that on this piece here. So the one that says high front T, this section here, this quarter section, it's not a quarter section, it's the sixth of a section of a board. On the right hand side, there's a little bit of coming away here, and it is just, see, it's just the front edge. I'm going to have to glue that down. And one thing I will say is, so there's a pluses and minuses, is the board finish is really nice smooth finish, and it matches up really well. Also, it lies, you know, a lot of boards you have to do some skillful back bending to get them flat. If it doesn't look perfectly flat, it's just because it's big. This is bigger than the table. We do have a table topper that this can easily go on, so it lies nice and flat as well. But the actual board itself, it's quite a soft cardboard. That's what I would say, which probably helps with it lying flat. But also we do have that. We have to watch about that delaminating problem with the surface away from the back of the board, because yeah, I'm going to have to skillfully get a little bit of glue in there without it sticking anything else and leave it open to completely dry. It's just a point I think it's worth making. Have a look at these cards now. Now there will be a little piece to get in here somewhere. There it is. And the artwork, I think, has been changed slightly and some clarifications. I believe so. But one thing that really struck me about High Frontier was the cards are so nice. These seem equal quality to the original, I would say. There's a cool, I mean, the Robonaut. There's the illustrations on these, and the detail that's on every single card is phenomenal, isn't it? I mean, I really enjoy it. I really like it. There's a Robonaut again. So cool. So there's the Robonaut cards here. Look at these, they're fantastic. There's a lot of information, and that is the killer, is the mass. Because getting a rocket together is tricky enough. Getting one that'll actually fly because it's not too heavy is a different ball game. Sublime artwork, isn't it? It's just lovely. If you like, I mean, for me, I'm just a lover of this sort of artwork, and I like this side as well with all the. I just think it's so nice. There's a lot of information on these, and of course, you know, that's one I've ended up with a couple of times. The knit a solar kite or something. It is the photon kite sail, yeah. But you need the sun to for it to fly through solar radiation. Yeah, I mean, there's a cool auction system for getting hold of these cards. Oh, space nuts. They're not really space nuts, but that what we, for some bizarre reason, they look like space nuts, don't they? They're a reactor. Yeah, I mean, it will hurt your head, this game, but it is so satisfying when you actually get a rocket that will do what you want it to do and land on a planet somewhere. It is a fantastic. I think it's a fantastic game. Let's look into this second deck of cards here. We'll get in here now. There we go. This is a really nice package, isn't it? I've not seen these cards before, so these must be some sort of expansion that I did not have, or did not play with, I should say. Again, great artwork. Quickly flick through those, because this video will be long enough, won't they, for somebody just to have a quick look at what this third edition's like. I think there hopefully will be some available at retail for people that missed out on the Kickstarter. Artificial life. Hey, look, we've got Father Christmas here. Yuletide isotope refueling. Brilliant. So, there we go. Look at that. I mean, wow. Can you imagine the satisfaction of hurting your brain, getting a rocket together, and then managing to actually fly around the system, landing on a planet, mining for precious few precious items from the planet and actually bringing it back. I've never done it in two long games of it, but I've managed to land on one of the planets out quite way out, and that was like a feat in itself. You really feel a sense of accomplishment. That is High Frontier from Sierra Madre Games. Thanks for watching.